Terrible, Nick. I just hit the button too. You can go on a DPS if you want.
Nothing I want would be set up.
That's always the issue, isn't it? With us doing the super meta builds, is the things that we'd want are we don't
Falling
have them set
behind.
up.
Like, I want to try that Anorax out again, but it's just, like, out of date.
Yeah.
I could whip it out, just press loadout, whip it, throw things on, and just be like, yep, happy days. But I'd want to push it.
Yeah.
Galaxy Echo wants to tank.
I said something a couple minutes ago. I don't know if he still wants to.
I'll let him tank.
So I was looking earlier when I told you my left monitor had fallen down off the mount, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's tanking.
Okay, I'll go on
But
something else.
bring a torpedo or something. I don't think we're gonna have another one in here.
Guerrero's only got a 400k in ISC.
Sure. Get in, dude.
It's that.
Just bring in whatever you want. Set up quick on it.
I'll set the Anorax up.
Make sure everything is on here correctly.
Holy balls, it is out of date.
Yeah, that's just a little out of date there, Nick.
Give me a minute. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is it 10 and 5? It is. So
But what I was gonna say was the mount for that left monitor, the like the metal piece under the desk, the bar is not right at the back of it like it is on the larger desk piece I have. So that's why it slipped off. So that's just another added incentive for me to get that left monitor moved over next to my main monitor, because like I for me to even like read chat, I have to look, sideways basically.
yeah. I mean,
Sure, audio's coming through there. Howdy, Crusher. How you doing?
oh, you're already live,
Sure, audio's coming.
Spencer.
Yeah, I'm already live. I told you.
Oh, how about that? A Theta. Does it have cloak?
The Anorax, no, does not have cloak, and you don't have Omega on.
I would put a Mega on, but eh.
Arrow Biggs, how you doing? Briggs. A bit early here for me though. It's my sleep schedule's so messed up.
Is that even worth it anymore?
No, not really. Just leave it.
Uh,
It should still trigger something there for you, Nick.
I'm just gonna do that.
Just gonna do a pug or a channel ISC run here. So,
Oh no!
oh, get
Then that
slammed, Nick.
I didn't even notice. Okay, that was.
Is that Nick from Australia that I hear? Yes, yes, that is the one and only Nick, the one that is
Supreme.
notorious for REing himself.
You know my comment.
Nick loves to hear about his how other people have picked up on his REing of himself.
Oh yes. That's F. Are we just waiting on me?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I'm not allowed to swear my head off, am I?
Crusher says hi.
Hi. Just let me find evasive and deuterium. Like, I need evasive and I need deuterium.
Terrible.
Oh god. Oh lord.
We have an engineer in the run. Or is that 2 engineers?
Terrible.
Oh no, that's 2 engineers there. Oh no. This run's cursed.
Yep. Rip run. Okay.
Everyone else indicated that they're ready, so I am going to take us in. Go, good luck. Don't die. Don't let me down.
Yeah. I'll need to fix the buff layout soon in a bit more when I get in there, but that's alright. It's still, I want to set it for SIA.
My bridge officer layout's still sort of screwed up with this, because on SOB I only have the, I'm limited on what infiltrators I have for She's a Predator, so I need to go through and grab some of the infiltrators I have.
Oh.
What happened, Nick?
Boimler.
Oh no. It's good to have Blaimler.
Just
Good if I increase the monitor brightness here, because this light is a bit bright.
Are we seeing you live?
Oh yeah, everyone can see. It's terrifying.
It is.
Oh, I got a decloak. Oh my god, I'm a bot. I'm like, someone beat me to agony. Well, it would help if I decloak.
It'd help, it'd help. You know what'd help? If hit combat log.
My boilers, I don't think went off.
Oh, baby. You know how slow this baby is?
Yeah. Dude, my piloting right now is so bad.
Oh. I hit deuterium to get to the side, and I evasived in. Side's dead.
Nick, you're at 300k.
No! Other words, I suck.
Dude, I'm at 600k. I feel terrible right now. But that's my fault. Yeah?
Have you fired your weapons?
Shut up.
But we weren't swearing on your stream.
Shut up isn't a swear word.
Oh god. Did I climb at all, or am I dropped?
Oh, this mess on the right side.
Come on! Plasma Storm! Go off!
Well, it's because you don't have the neutronic eddies.
I didn't get to right, that's the problem.
What's left? Oh man. 542k. Oh
Rough.
my. That is rough.
You know what would help?
Yeah, it would help if there was more AoE builds. I gotta turn the game sound down. Spider, how you doing? 542k. That's not even that run never happened, Nick.
Did I go above 300?
You're at 312.
Oh!
I should have brought like a better build, but I'm trying the surgical strikes out.
Oh, that was rough. Okay, that's a tomorrow job.
I gotta like I got to go through and do surgical, like the testing for surgical strikes, burst beam overload, rapid fire, all that today, and like I already know going into it that surgical strikes 3 beats out beam overload 3, but surgical strikes 1 does not. It's just a matter of how badly does beam overload beat it.
I think that's right. Oh. You know
Yeah.
what, Spence?
But
My loadout worked for my simi.
your loadout actually worked on a character? That's fake news. Loadouts don't work
Yeah.
in this game. If I go through and pull up one of my other loadouts, it's gonna work. Didn't work. There it goes.
You were on SOB?
Yes, what are you doing? What are you trying to do, Nick?
Crude.
What do you need SOB for?
No reason. No, I was just saying what got hit, that's all.
I have casual up still.
Yeah.
We could do a 2-man.
Or we could not do a 2-man?
I know.
I mean, we could do a 2-man. Give me a minute and I'll, run
No,
this
no, no, no,
baby.
no, no, no. Don't have to.
Actually, I wouldn't even adjust it because I don't think it needs to. It's probably going to be slow enough.
Is your tank capable of doing a 2-man, Nick?
I'd probably take Graviton off.
Take Graviton off. What heresy.
Why are you jumping in the sticks?
Should I... Is it, aren't we having better results with that? Or is it that I don't trust you and feel I need my Exodus?
You're a robot. A robot
Robot?
code isn't loading.
See how bad my tooth piloting is today.
Oh, no, I know. No.
What do you want?
PvP loadout.
You want to PvP me?
Yep.
I don't have my PvP build together.
Yes, you do.
What did I do to you, Nick?
I don't know, but I want to shoot you. The amount of times you shot me, so I'm getting him in my Omar.
I need to get the bug ship set up for a PvP build, but all I've got's the Damus, so
Oh,
you're gonna farm
hey,
me.
hey, Spence, what's the loadout of the Keldon?
I don't. It's only a lieutenant commander intel,
Oh,
Sheldon. What? Your loadout didn't
what you looking?
work? Yeah, I see. You've got 4 copies of surgical or intel team on your bar. I see that, Nick.
Yep. Yeah.
Asgard, if you're listening, I'm gonna send you something on Discord. This is some data that the people over on STO builds on Reddit had put together just based on their calculator. This is it basically is showing that, and I'll show this on screen here quick, but this is from the calculator they have. And this is just showing essentially that dual heavy cannons will beat out dual beam banks under surgical strikes 3, and that the only thing energy weapon wise that beats surgical strikes 3 is cannon scatter volley, but that's really nothing new. And all the people going really high end for energy weapon damage have been using scatter volley the entire time, so in
I
theory,
don't know what else this build needed.
I don't know, Nick.
Uh, it needed Miracle Worker and it needed something.
I don't remember what I'm missing here, but we'll just go with this. Nick wants to kill me in PvP really bad.
That's the way. Alright, let's just...
Hey Nick, invite me.
No, that's your job. I am no, thing. You know how hard it is for me not to,
Edit. I set myself to team too, so you can start it.
You know how hard it was for me for me not to say the word that I was thinking? Oh, I see it. Now I see what I'm missing. Oh, it's alright with my trays.
2 PvP shuttles. I do not have a shuttle really set up.
15?
Just do 5. You're gonna kill me really fast, Nick.
Your build is better than mine. What do you mean?
No. I am just a lowly casual PvE player. There's no chance of me having a good PvP build.
You have Exodus on too.
Exactly. There's no way that I'm gonna have a good PvP build. Go ahead, hit it.
I did. That's the problem.
Oh, Nick, with his Australian ping, it usually takes quite a bit of time for him to hit the button and the game to actually respond. It can be quite irritating. It's definitely not the
Yes.
game servers. It's definitely him. It's on his
Oh.
side.
My fault.
Well, Nick, you can't handle the truth.
Yep.
Well, having all these
Bring-
team abilities on my spam bar is terrible.
I know, right?
FTC, you killed me, Nicholas.
Whoa! You just go one shot.
I can't even see you. Oh, I don't have my.
That the changes that Brett suggested was like, mwah.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm a washed PvP player.
Do you have Rhythmic Rumble on?
No, I don't have it unlocked.
Oh.
You just saw my traits. Hey, Triaz, how you doing?
I think that makes a huge difference. It's like 300%. Like I have like 80 to 90% resistance to it, and then like press like DPR. Oh, Spencer.
Nicholas.
Where are you, Spencer?
Oh,
There you are.
I'm dead.
Oh, baby.
I just
How did
don't
I
have
just-
enough resistance, really. Like you did 112k to me with that. I don't have a PvP build set up for the current meta. Yeah, I told you, Nick.
What?
You're literally going to farm me because I can't see you. Asgard, how you doing?
How can you not see me? You have Exodus, and I can see you.
I don't know. I don't have something on the build or something.
The Paradox 3.
Paradox 1.
Whoa! He got his hit in. Can I target you, please? I couldn't
No.
target you.
That's how I felt. All I have to do is cloak and then he can't shoot me. I don't have a cloak on the ship, unfortunately. Yeah, just my sleep schedule's so messed up. I wanted to stream yesterday at like 3 p.m. my time, but I wasn't up until like 8 or 9, and then we were busy doing some stuff, and yeah, this Australian's getting what he deserves.
Spencer. Oh, Spencer. I cannot target you to save my life. There we go. Come on. Whoa! Oh, Spencer! Can I please? Can I please?
Oh,
My
Nicholas!
yeah.
Terrible. You got my Zol triggered. I'm telling you, like, this build is not fully up to date. Yeah, Nick was really going at it with the PvP endeavor. He, if you know Brett or Anubis77C, he had helped Nick out a fair bit with his build. Nick is, really happy about it.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have more oh shit heals. Oh. Can I please target you? I'm a tab targeter. This doesn't help.
Got you before your Zol, too. Hey. Yeah, this is feeling a bit better, Nick.
You put rhythmic rumble on or something. Like, what did you do?
Nothing. I haven't done anything. Go look at the VOD. Just gotta...
The dual beam banks also, like when you're zipping around like that, don't help. You're running beam arrays. I'm just running dual beam banks, and the 2 beam arrays.
I think I had my beam overload misfire. Yeah. Go. Immolating phaser lance. You got me, Nick. Now we're tied again.
Technical overload. Look at that one hit though.
Yeah, technical overload is really crazy. That's one thing. People talk about like Polaron weapons or plasma weapons not being the best, and there's not really a weapon type in the game that isn't good. It's just that nobody has really like pushed them to their limit. Like the difference between the worst weapon type for energy weapons, Tetrion, and the best for like phasers or disruptors is probably like 10-15%. With the amount of power creep we have, there's no reason that you can't run them.
Oh. Please, bar.
I got yours all down at least. Yezo dual beam bank would be nice, yeah. That's one thing I hate with a lot of the beam rays, or like the set energy weapons. I'm dead. You killed me.
What?
You killed me, Nick. Did you not even know that you killed me?
No.
You literally couldn't see me. It was that bad for you.
Yeah.
Right here, Nick. That phaser lance, dude. 104k.
Don't you have it on?
Yeah, I do. It's just not firing. Nick's, I got a few hits on Nick, but I've been giving him...
Miracle Worker?
No, I'm on Intel Town.
Oh, yeah. I think the Miracle Worker, when I swapped to that, it definitely helped.
I can't really swap to that mid-match, Nick.
Well, get good. Yeah. Ho ho ho!
You know what Nick was doing during most of the PvP endeavor?
PvE?
The PvP endeavor? You were sitting right here and someone spawned.
Yeah, that's why I'm not good. That's why you just like picked us up like I know I'm not very good at PvP and like Brett walked over me. Come on, get in range. Can I please? Oh my god, Spencer! Oh my lord!
Yeah, I'm still running PvE specs because, like the name of the ship is, I'm a PvE hero.
Yes, Mr. Number 1 DPS in the IC now. Again.
That was luck, okay? That was just luck.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
spammed
I'm
the
coming for you.
spacebar and you can't see me, I can't see you.
Oh, baby. Oh. Spencer!
Yes. What were you trying to say, Nick?
I'm just mucking around.
Michael, how you doing?
Oh,
I am
that was...
getting destroyed though. I do not have the setup for this.
If you put Rhythmic Rumble on there, like the same resistance as I've got, I think you'd whoop my ass.
Yes.
Oh! I wasn't ready there, so let's go. Where are you? Alright, let's just, let's take a reset. Let's, can I please?
Oh, I'm dead.
Zal?
Yeah. Well, my Zol was still down. It's still got a minute left on it for the reset. Intel team, yeah, Intel team with the recent buffs to it is really powerful here.
Oh, Spencer.
Oh no. Meglu was talking about The Shining earlier, and I feel like that's inspired you here with your current comments.
Oh, whoa, come on.
I don't have the pilot abilities like set to trigger from double tap anymore.
Yeah, neither do I. I couldn't do it. I like to, like, twitch a lot on the keyboard. Where? Well, there goes my Zal.
You got me out of that? Oh man.
How
Technical
did I get
overload.
you?
It did 87k of my
It's
72k.
I mean, you would have more when you come in, but
Yeah, it's technical overload's always been really crazy. Hopefully the noise gate is filtering out any mouse or keyboard clicks here.
wee. Oh. Where is he? Where is he?
Funny, I was about to say, where are you?
Oh, yo, Zal?
Yeah, I
Zal?
couldn't see you, dude.
Oh, whoa! Oh. Did you get... Huh? When did you get my Zal?
Half an hour ago. Oh yes, I got the best Endeavor options today. Sprint speed, shield hardness for ground, or damage resist for ground. These are the best Endeavors I could want.
Oh. You know what would be good if I was paying attention?
Funny, I was about to say the same.
Ooh. Oh, oh, oh.
What got you?
Technical overload. 110.
Yeah, technical overload's extremely powerful. I remember when
Yeah,
that first came out.
I was gonna say, I think it's either for technical overload or it's Phaser Length.
My Endeavor, I'm really low on my Endeavor because I stopped playing for like a year and a half.
Come on. Wow. I just can't turn.
Then you one-shot me with the blading phaser land. Yeah, I need some resistance on here really bad. Really,
Yeah,
really quite
rhythmic
bad.
rumble. I'm like, pull up your resistances. Like,
I'm sitting at like it's a joke how my resistances are like 20%.
just sitting here, I'm at 20, but I can ramp mine all the way up to 90%. Like when I'm full on, you know how it works. Like when I'm full on whipping around, it's 90%. Like, yes, like that.
Yes, I need rhythmic rumble is all I'm seeing out of this. At least this is a back and forth fight.
Well, I suck at PvP, and you're a robot.
Do I look like a robot? Because to me, I look like a fat American.
Uh, it's your costume. Oh, oh. No. Oh, really?
I feel like every time I hit you, it's just saying immune. Like when a big hit's trying to go through.
Yep. I'm trying to just find you. Oh my god.
You got my Zal again, but then after that, you just had a hard time finding me. Nick doesn't suck. Couldn't kill him all the time. Yeah, Nick thinks he's a bad player, but he's good. You should have bought that back. I should have made you wail out.
Yep. And I don't think this cannon's just distracting. Oh my. Like, you're on point now. You're like dialed in. Come on.
You got me. Yeah,
You there?
yeah. I'm dead. Killed me.
No, I know. Your stream just crashed for me for a minute, or just maybe it's my internet.
Did my stream crash for anybody else? No, it's got to be your internet.
No. Yeah.
I think the game still, it's, it does its job well. It gives you a place to fly your ships around. It's just sometimes you got me again with tech overload. There's still a lot to do in the game, but mostly I would say think of this game as just a sandbox to fly your ship around in. There's not really any new end game or anything like that. It's more of just these past few years have just been them adding more ships in for us to buy. How long on your Zal there, Nick?
Not long enough. Oh, come on! Buttons! I had so many misclicks.
Just got to have faith with the heart. I agree, Atreus. But really, I think the game is still worth playing. You can fly your ships around, build them however you want. The game is so easy at this point. You have a lot of flexibility with the builds you put together, especially if all you're doing is normal or advanced content. And really, there's no reason to do Elite. There's no rewards to justify playing Elite. Yeah, one-on-one builds would be different. Yeah, using Exodus in a one-on-one is not good.
I don't think it's really getting me anything. I think it's the piloting that you're just better at.
I'm spinning in circles with beam arrays because that's apparently the meta for dogfighters.
Yeah, I got double beam banks on, so I'm not hitting constantly. Oh, my... Did I just kill you?
Yes. I got your Zal down, but...
Again.
What you're seeing me do right now is just some PvP, and not many people do PvP. It's a very dead part of the game, but it's something I enjoy.
Whoa! You're up again? Whoa.
How do you not know how long it takes for somebody to respawn? You were camping spawns
I,
all throughout the endeavor.
yeah, but that was just I see them come out and I killed them. I was also watching your chat.
Oh. I think the game is worth a download. You know, there'll be a new story content coming out next month.
I clicked the button. Come on.
Oh, with Protomatter on. Damn. Yeah, there's lots of free content that you can do. People will go on and complain about, you know, the pay to win, the gambling aspects, but you literally need none of that to actually play this game and enjoy the story content. It's just if you want to push and like be a min-max player, then yes, it gets expensive, but it's a very fun game to get into, I think.
Really?
Now I can't target you.
Oh, you're fine. Come on.
I thought you had me again there.
I thought I did too, and then that's like when I was trying to turn, you were just...
Yeah, Darcy, I've been enjoying the game for a long time. I mean, I don't agree with everything they do. I think there's some of the decisions they make are not the best, but it's, you know, it's still a fun game.
Whoa! Ooh. Where are you? There you are. Oh.
Where you at, Nick?
Like, what? Did you put, like, mask energy on?
Nope.
How? Like, you're so much more stealth right now. Like, what the hell?
USM. I was trying to wait for my Zal to come back up. Kigo, should you abandon hope for reroute reserves to weapons 3 and ERL 3? Yeah, I'd probably give up on those. Looks like surgical strikes is probably the only usable specialization firing mode. Darcy, thank you for becoming a channel member there. Very much appreciated. Sorry, the notifications sometimes pop up with a bit of delay. Where'd you go, Nick?
I'm sitting at my spawn.
Oh.
Whoa! Hello! Technical overload.
Technical overload got you? What a surprise. So technical overload, for those that are not familiar with it, is the special, like, firing mode on the Lucari weapons, the Lucari beam rays. When you hit beam overload, surgical strikes, or cannon rapid fire with the set energy weapons for that reputation, it does a really large hit of electrical damage to your foes.
My god, you want... I feel like you're in full freaking robot mode right now. Like,
I'm using my mouse to control my ship. Oh, you could kill me, you know. I lost sight on you. You see, in a normal PvP match, after you Zal someone, they'll use this console I just used, and then they'll hide and cloak for the next 3 minutes.
I don't even know what you're in.
Fluidic Rift.
You can that like literally can keep you away for a couple minutes.
No, you just use it to get so far away that you just then cloak up and hide. Is
Oh, then watch me take my hand off my keyboard and die to you.
that what you did?
Yep.
It's tied 14-14.
And you just got my doll.
There are ways to mitigate, like, and find people in cloak, but generally they're just avoided once they hide in cloak. Nick's going to one-shot me as soon as he sees me here. Aw, you got me.
Look how much
Well,
damage you
well
did.
played. Well played there, Nicholas. You had more healing than I did.
Oh yeah, that's what's the scary part about it is like, I had to catch you to and get a good hit in to kill you. Because of how nimble you were, and like,
Intel Team 3 also gives perception, that's right. I'm only using rank 2, though, on this. So it's only 300 perception, but I guess people would probably use Intel Team 3. Um, there are some consoles people use to try and find people in cloak. What's the one, Nick? It's like a Nebula console.
I don't know the name of it.
But one of the
Sorry.
consoles from the Nebula people use to try and find people in cloak, but the cloaking is only really an issue in PvP and PvE. Most of the enemies you go against will come out of cloak fairly quick, so you don't have to worry about it in that environment. Let me catch up on chat here. With surgical strikes, you could use a Lucari beat or Lucari or A plus cannons to get the same effect. Yeah, I don't. And I guess it aligns with what Michael said there. I don't know if the Lucari array and cannons, if they both can get technical overload at the same time. I would hope that they could, but I imagine that would be fairly devastating in PvP if you could do that. But yeah, Surgical Strikes 3, I'm telling you, if you like Beam Overload, Surgical Strikes 3 is going to beat it at rank 3. You have to have the commander rank of Surgical Strikes.
And probably the extension trait.
And the extension trait, yeah. I'll pop this back up on screen. So this was done by the Reddit math people. This is just through their calculator that they have. And what it's pointing towards is that Surgical Strikes 3 is beating out Fire at Will, Beam Overload 3, and all these other options. But, it's at the end of the day, if you're doing energy weapons and you want the most DPS possible, it's still cannon scatter volley with dual heavy cannons. That is still the top DPS route to go. It has been
That
for a
was
long time, and nothing's changed there. But Beam Overload 3 has been dethroned.
fun, Supreme Fleet Leader.
Yes, it was fun, Nicholas.
I think you should update that build and go whoop some ass in Karat.
I should
Oh
get
my.
Rhythmic Rumble, correct?
Yes.
Would I chain Exodus on top of a Surgical Strikes build, or is that too much? You could do Exodus. That would work, yes. I mean, Exodus is free. If you're using intel abilities, it's basically free damage. Where is it here? That's 15% Cat 2 weapon damage. So if you have no larger damage boosting traits to slot, that would very much work. And it'd have 100% uptime with Surgical Strikes. Mythos, yeah, I think I remember you from the PvP days. And Omega Fighter, yeah.
No
Omega
comment.
was crazy.
Oh my.
What's wrong?
Build. Yes, very up to date.
Your Borg Juggy? Oh no. Yeah, I gotta get out of this PvP build. This is terrible.
Moimla Uncon.
Ego, this was just for PvP that I was just doing against Nick, who's in voice chat with me. It's just something I had
Hails,
quickly tossed together.
Hails Supreme Fleet Leader.
Oh no. I guess I'm gonna swap this character back to the Surgical Strikes build it was on. Sorry, my chat's a little bit over to the left here, so
Oh, yes. Up to date.
Nick, you have a torpedo build there, buddy, with dual ox to battle on it. You might want to check that out.
Have a look now.
That's just wonderful. Yeah, the Understanding series has quite a few useful videos in it. It's some of it is from a couple years back, but a lot of systems in this game they don't really change over time. So
I'm gonna say, can you give me a structural integrity collapse? But I am me.
you, Nick, you've opened more lockboxes than me in recent times, which is, to be
Scary.
honest, that is a very scary thought. I'm hoping that the person that won the builds Discord contest, they already reached out to me, but I'm hoping that they log in some point during the day today so I can give them their prizes. I know what we need to do. We need to bring the Joro back into infected. Need to do again, Nick.
Keep Megla happy.
Yeah. I need to post some things on the exchange though, because I'm
Poor.
I'm EC4 right now. It's terrible. Um, Crusher Ox to Bat is still perfectly viable. It's just if you're using a torpedo build, there is a console that we use, and let me swap and show it to you. It's called the Phase Space Membrane. It drains Ox power, but in exchange, it gives you a massive damage boost. So all of these really high-end torp builds, they don't use Ox to Bat because this console gives up to 400% bonus damage for torpedoes. So you max out your Ox power and you either use a large Ox battery a couple seconds into this console being active, or you have a teammate hit an Ox battery for you and it stays up the entire time for 20 seconds. If you're doing any other build, Ox to Bat is still perfectly viable. It's just that specifically for these torpedo builds, the ones that are hitting the really high numbers in infected right now, you really need to have your Ox power for the membrane. But all of these really high end torp boats, the ones that are setting the really high records in high end supported environments, are using that console.
Top fleet player.
You want me on top fleet player?
Top fleet player. Maybe something.
No, you're wanting a 2-man, aren't you?
Can I swear?
I don't know. Triz around? No F bombs though, Nicholas, because YouTube gets really sensitive about that word.
I'll not talk then.
Yeah, Boimlers is a trait that came out last year that's also really popular for cooldown reduction. A lot of people swapped away from Ox to Bat for, like Higo said, Boimler and or Photonic Officer. Photonic Officer is free to get. The Boimler effect, though, is going to cost you like 70 to 80 million on the exchange. My tank is... My tank's not perfect, Nick. But it'll work.
It'll work for me.
Unfortunately.
These not want to go off auto fire. What am I missing there, Spencer?
Go on.
Skill.
Yes. Picture build, I'm just responding to someone here quick.
Back to beam. I knew something didn't feel right.
Am I missing something here? I've got Ionic, Evade, Vector. I think I've got everything on. I'm like, why is this flashing? It's because I have the 10th trait slotted. IPO for exotic folks is still the most expensive cooldown reduction solution. That's true. If you're doing an exotic build, yeah, you need an improved Photonic Officer. That is like 300 million. I'm gonna send this person in game a message quick. So what do you want me to do here, Nick, other than be a tank to fail?
Box bat.
You want me to give you an auxiliary battery?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let me start parser up. It does feel better, like flying the sticks again. I like the sticks. Best way to farm currency in game? No, the episodes give you basically nothing. There's a system you unlock at endgame called Admiralty, and this plays out like a mobile game essentially. You send out ships to do missions, and they come back to you with various rewards. It's insanely powerful if you grind it out on a bunch of characters.
Uh,
The shield visual, it's the Lucari Shield from the Lucari Reputation. I really like how it looks, Tom. It's this nice blue and gray
oh my god, my doffs are
color.
stuffed.
So that is Lucari Reputation, and it's just the actual shield from the rep. Here it is.
So one of those, and one of those.
Yeah, I think the issue Nick, myself, and some of the others we run with recently have been having is doing the really serious grind, and we just need to step back, mess around with some fun builds again. Like messing around with the fun builds, like you with the legendary intrepid there, like Atreus, like that. You know, it's just nice to do something different other than the serious stuff every now and then.
Oh.
Oh no, Nick. Is this a 2-man?
Nope. ISC. With everybody.
ISC?
ISE.
Does anybody
Fight.
with a non-torpedo build want to join this infected? Does that make you happy, Nick? I mentioned no torpedo.
Yes. And let's hit 2-man Battle of Corfez.
2-man Battle of Corfez?
Yeah.
You know, if you get the right combo, you can solo it, right?
Yes.
Kiko, yeah, you probably could if you used Exodus, Attack Pattern Lambda, and all the other placates, confuses, and stealth items that they have now. You could probably get away without it, but people basically can't target you if you do everything for that.
Atraz and Asgard.
Asgard.
And then just invite everybody on your friends list to one exit.
Asgard, you were just flying near me, weren't you? Are you hidden? I'm in a tank, Asgard. It's not a full-on, like, heavy tank, but it's a support tank.
It'll do the job.
It says you're not online, so I'm guessing you're hidden. Oh, you swapped characters. It still was showing up as Asgard. Atreus. You don't have... Sorry.
Hey, Spence.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
You like my ship?
Where's it at?
You in one? You're in one.
You know, I gotta beam down. Gotta do GPL. Gotta give me some GPL. Gotta stay away from your ship. Tank battle then? I like it. Nick, you're not dying. Everyone good to go? Or do we have one more that wants to join for an ISC?
Remember, I have REA.
Nick, I don't think there's enough healing in this game to counteract how many REAs you're gonna hit yourself with.
Crusher.
Okay. I'm gonna take us in. Everyone good to go?
Crusher wants to
Oh,
go.
Crusher does? Oh, good catch. My OBS chat comes in at a bit of a delay than YouTube. Crusher, what's your in-game at handle?
William Crusher.
Is YouTube that, or is OBS that far behind?
No, I just have him on my friends list.
Oh, that's good. Made you TFO leader.
Everybody's ready. I don't ask.
We need a trait to get feedback pulse 4. We need something to make feedback pulse good again. Like, it's terrible in its current state. All the feedback pulse abilities got neutered. Yeah, Nick's got the button. He hit it, but he's from Australia, so like I said before, it's going to take a minute.
Not even a joke. Oh, it's Goss.
Goss, how's it going? Yeah, McStew had a spare webcam, and we were just talking one day, and he sent it to me. He's a very nice person, though the other things in the package were deeply, deeply concerning.
Yes, let's not say
No,
that.
we can't talk about it, but it was deeply concerning. Got a rampart in here, Nick.
Oh, Lord.
Maybe be careful with mines. We're gonna have
Too
some
late.
despawn. Oh, no.
Too late. No, that's a tank, though.
I know
right?
it's a. Is this a Rampart tank? Please tell me yes. Seeing a Voth Rampart just brings tears to my eyes. Honestly, such an
This is
amazing ship.
this is basically auto fire. Can I have a
Oxbat
Oxbat
at 3.
at 2, 1, something like that?
I've got it. Bam. There you go, buddy.
Thank you, Supreme Fleet Leader. Oh, I'm a little far up. I'm a little far up.
I'm not used to going to the right side anymore.
Neither am I. You know what's painful? Flying a Borg Juggy!
Oh, I don't have my evasive back up. No! Oh my god, I'm throwing.
You are.
Turn, Nick.
Oh, Alpha and Go Down Fighting are out.
Shields are off, salvo going down in 3.
Grab well, grab well, grab well,
I
grab well.
don't have it for 4 seconds.
Graviton, Graviton, Graviton,
I
Graviton.
don't have it. I don't think I have Uncon on this anymore.
Hey, you don't! There's just ship behind.
Wait, what?
Where is
Oh.
it?
Oh, here it is.
Where is it? I was at 1.3 in a Borg Juggy!
Nick. 1.2 mil?
Low deeps. I'm in a Borg Juggy, okay?
I don't care.
Well,
The fact 1.2 mil, you're letting the reputation of our team down. Anything under 2 mil, unacceptable.
unsupported. I'm in a Borg Juggy. Alright, I'll take this into runs tomorrow and let's see how it goes.
Nick,
You know, I cucked the start group as well. I was sitting like at the top, like 5Ks up.
1.2 mil? I mean, you were 1.3. Let's be fair. You were 1.3 mil.
I was I was 1.3 as the first group was dead.
1.2 mil.
And that wasn't even crazy agony damage. That was 7.7 million damage. The rest is isolated artillery. Oh, my anti-time did 5k
Look,
DPS.
you know my response, Nick. If the number's not 2 million in the torque boat, I don't care.
Do we want to swap roles and you do 2 million in a channel run?
I'm doing 2 million in the channel run. Skipping get some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goss, I knew you wouldn't like the Malon. I did see that you got it, and I briefly heard something about it, but we had a lot of stuff going on last night, so I did not hear most of it, unfortunately.
You sent Goss some Melon?
Yeah, I sent Goss. He was working on a new Jemadar character on his free to play. It was an engineer, and it died during the tutorial, so I sent him a care package to help with survivability. So it was like a ground shield generator for engineers, a copy of Hazard Emitters 1, Engineering Team 1, Ostasif 1, and then a Malon battlecruiser. Such an heavy ship, it can never die.
Yeah.
Kigo pilot Rising Corvette tank. Yeah, that's the one that's got rhythmic rumble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that ship. Yeah, if you have the speed, you can definitely do like the speed tanking stuff. It's just you don't see that too much because everyone focuses on like the heavy tanking concept rather than speed tanking nowadays. Yeah, Gus, how you doing? I saw you had quite a few in that stream last night, and it looked very, honestly, that looked like a very casual stream there. That engineer.
Yeah, but that Oxidamps made this thing move like a dream.
Yeah, Oxidamp, if you have the DOF port too, and you have like 2 copies of it, you can even have more than 100% uptime on Oxidamp. So I've got a Silic in this assignment. That's guaranteed success.
You own the Silic?
Yeah, I own the Silic. I know, it's unbelievable that I own the Silic. Nick, why don't we do a Kittimer? I will swap to my side, Nuker.
You want me to stay in the Borg Juggy?
Yeah, let's get everyone back in here. Crusher says they want to do another, so let's do a Kittimer Elite, and I want to bring in. I'm gonna bring in the Vorcha.
No.
I'm still hesitant about doing a video for that, in some ways, but that's gonna happen, I think, because the build's too fun. Like you've seen how much damage that thing does.
Yeah, it's crazy. It makes me want to pull the thing out for a normal run.
I mean, I did the one day, and I got 2-2, but there's no CF on left for, was it
I'm
9 or
pretty
10
sure
seconds?
that would have. Yes, you. And that would have been higher.
It's robot code.
Yeah.
Hey, while you set this up and get everyone in, um, I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee quick because I started a pot right before I started the stream. So just give me a minute and I will be right back.
We got everybody in here. It didn't break the group.
I swapped to casual. Give me just a moment.
Oh. Casual. At casual. Kidama, you say?
I'm putting the headset on.
Kidama, you say?
Yeah, get him early. Let's do it.
Kidama. I don't even ask. Everyone's ready. Let's go.
Got me a big cup of coffee and I'm ready to fail.
Hair, Spence.
What?
Hair.
Oh, hair? Oh my. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. I'm not even looking at the camera, Nick. I'm watching your ship and just waiting to see how many, where does the REA launch from that ship? No, Oxbats? What the?
You don't have Octobats?
I got it.
You better put a team bat on, because I'm going to hit Membrane too, and I expect a team bat.
I don't have to lithium. Put an Oxbat on, Nick. Put an Oxbat on.
I don't...
I don't actually have any. I failed.
30 seconds.
You're letting me down, man. I'm going close left.
I've already
You're-
gone there.
Yeah. You're just screwing me, Nick.
Yep.
Oh no, I accidentally used my membrane. Or the agony console at the start. No.
You know what I'm gonna try tomorrow?
Or jug.
Side nuke.
Can I get boiler to go off?
No.
I got a gateway to take down.
I got a tac cube to take down because after my membrane turned off, this thing
Oh,
is
the
no
probes! The
fun.
probes! The probes! No, we're gonna lose this because the probes!
We
No!
didn't put anyone on probe duty.
Nick! I just wasted that CF. You know who I should ask to come in here for probe duty?
No.
Game Freaks. Oh, it's time for payback. Return the favor.
Yeah, he does owe. He does owe you like a 5-hour session to kid him, doesn't he?
We check the other side. Okay, they're good on their probes. Let's take this out.
I'm taking out the tac cube on the lower right side.
Bit of a mess
really
of a run.
does- Yeah, on auto fire, this is rough.
Yeah, I can't stand auto fire.
Yeah, this is rough. Like I want to be slamming. Like I didn't want to wait to set it up as manual.
How's it? How are you not used to setting it up that fast?
You middle of the stream, it was really rough. I could set it right now.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you, and I'm being a dick. I'm sorry.
I'm still doing more DPS than you.
Yeah, well, I had to clean up probes.
What are we missing?
There's this probe right here.
And there's a tac cube that is dead.
What the hell's
What are we-
left? I think Zal is more often used because it's universally like more usable. Okay, so we're at the boss now.
Yep.
If you have the cool stuff, the Daemos should be able to do well.
Octobat, Octobat, Octobat.
I don't
Octobat,
have one.
Octobat, Octobat, Octobat.
I've got one for myself though. Actually, hitting this this battery I just hit cost me like a couple mil because they don't exist in the game anymore, and each one cost me a couple mil to get. This is the cleanest run in recorded history.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like actually enjoying flying this bulk juggy. It's a meme.
Yeah, the Vorcha is a very small ship, but it's highly effective. Like it really is, really is
It's a
quite
small
nice.
ship it's a small ship compared to the
Get
bulk
over here,
juggy.
Nick. Get over here.
We go into the photo spot.
No, I just want to have this ship next to yours so we can do the size comparison.
Okay, come on.
Don't fly past.
Go get good.
You're the one that flew past. Oh, look at all this great loot here.
Can I have some repair?
The battery that I used is one of the Mini Tech, which is from the, I think it's the original Disco Lock box these dropped in. I've bugged them to put them. I sent Cryan a message several months back saying, "Hey, put these things in the Dill store. We would use the hell out of them." Because they're some of the older consoles basically put into a device slot. But, you know, they haven't added them to Infinity. They haven't put them in the Dill store, obviously, so there's very limited supply of them. I should be using a traditional aux battery instead.
Yeah, the thing that you can't replace.
I can't start the assignments too fast. Using these lovely keybinds where I can just stew. But it says failed to start. I go slowly there. The Vorchaw really is a fun chip, though. And Kigo, if you didn't hear my answer during that, my response is all is just because it's more universally usable. Yeah, they're really hard to get. That's the issue with them, for sure. But this Vorcha I've got set up is a Assault Formation Theta build. And I'm fully taking advantage of She's a Predator on it, with a full set of infiltrators to extend the cloak ambush up to the maximum possible duration of 27.5 seconds. Catch up on chat here.
My Kelvin could do She's a Predator. Not She's a Predator, Theta.
Then why don't you use it? Why don't you try it?
Because no battle cloak.
You know, the funny thing is too, so with the 11th anniversary bundle, the Vorchaw was basically the only one that was really any good out of it initially. And now with this change, the Ambassador, the Intel one with surgical strikes is going to be really good.
Hey Spence.
Yeah. What's up? I was about to respond. Let's do a Hive Elite. I need to actually complete an endeavor.
You actually want to do a Hive?
I don't have. Look at that. Look at my screen. I don't have Hive Onslaught to complete yet. Every Hive run we did last night, everyone warped out, and it was a reform.
I was gonna say we did enough hives last night, but nope.
Kigo. So with regards to reroute reserves to weapons 3 or seed rated limits, the Reddit math people have already done some math. I haven't done my testing yet. I want to get some testing done later today for videos throughout this week, with the first video being about surgical strikes, because I think that's the big one for a lot of people. But exceed rated limits with dual heavy cannons can barely beat Beam Overload 3, but it certainly beats Cannon Rapid Fire 3. But I'll link this for you in chat if you want to check it out. Make a heart for the Dutchman with my hands. I don't know how I feel about this Dutchman. A bit concerned right now.
Who's getting the spawn mines?
All of us.
Done.
All the mines. I'm gonna go far right cube.
I'm going middle.
Of course you are. You got a graviton on?
Yeah. Yes.
I am here. I just messed up my own membrane.
Oh, very bad idea, very bad idea.
Did you just realize we don't have...
No, Tyrant's tanking, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Is Tyrant taking? I didn't even mention. But
No,
yeah,
I
he
hit
is.
Aria in the.
He is tanking. You're right.
I hit Aria in the middle of this.
What's left?
Attack cube. You know what's still doing the most damage? Borg Juggy.
I'm going to.
2.
I'll catch up on chat
right.
here in a minute.
Mythos used She's a Predator on the Tamir Torp boat for a while. It was really OP, but I got tired of cloak glitching out.
Yeah, that's the issue with cloaks in this game is you can't trust them. They screw you over a good chunk of the time.
I've always avoided cannons due to the 2 or 3 second delay. I need to look at haste and use the SP3. Waldo says you're up early today.
Yeah, I'll catch up. Just give me a minute.
No, I'm reading the chat for you. Waldo, he hasn't gone to bed yet. That's the problem.
I'm exposed. I don't know. What do you want, Dutchman? How do you want me to hold up the heart here like that? I don't know what to. I'm terrible at that type of stuff. Oh, we got that complete. Let's catch up on chat here. 5. I got beat by the Australian.
Yeah.
Nick, first you take me into a PvP and just, well, to be blunt, you shit on me. And now this?
That's the way. And I'm in a Borg Juggy. Like, you're in a Vought Shah. You should easily win.
Okay, let me catch up here. So, yeah, I'm up early today. She's a predator. Yeah, so Nick already mentioned that. Yeah, the cloaking is an issue. Like, I would love to be able to use cloak in the middle of actual combats, but too often if you use cloaks, you're stuck in the cloak and you're screwed.
Hey, everybody, forgive me.
What are you doing, Nick? What am I about to be dragged into?
Not that bad. I just hope Tyrant is a heavy tank.
I'm concerned right now. Cannons. I really, there is definitely that 2 or 3 second delay, but if you use cannons and you can handle the piloting on them, they will outperform everything else. It's really piloting. Like if you go look at MB's YouTube channel, almost everything he does DPS wise is with cannon scatter volley and
Till today.
till today, yes. Till earlier when we took him into a torp run and he did a really good number. To hell with honor.
That's the way.
Have either of you used Viridian Plasma dual heavy cannons? No.
Not dual heavy cannons.
I personally wasn't interested in the Viridian weapons. If the proc had impacted all weapons, I would have cared about them, but the fact that they only affected other Viridian weapons just pushed me away from even bothering to mess with them, really.
I tried the turrets, and they did a meme build, but nothing serious.
I already have music volume at 0%, and I still got a damn copyright claim for that doing the rocket mission. What sound does that fall under? Remember like a week or 2 ago?
Yeah?
Yeah, I've got music turned off. So either I did it afterwards or it's not counted under the music category.
Whee! Bada boom!
I was hoping Agony would take these all out, but apparently Agony can't hit through the thing here.
Nope, I did that too, and I hit Agony at the start and it, like Atraz. Crazy. Yep. And this is when my
On the stream I did on Thursday, I did a fair bit with the... Oh, I'm gonna die here. With the gem bug with rapid fire. I
You
mean,
want me
they...
to turn the tide for you?
No. Fine, I got it. I just need to get in a position where I can hit these damn shit. The way they have them
Need
angled
help?
here, I can't.
Do you need help, Supreme Fleet Leader?
You know, Nick, I do need help. Is that your REAs?
Yes.
Nick is here to prove the meme's wrong and to not die to REAs.
Die to the turrets. Whee! This thing's such a meme.
This forward shot's so fun. It's not the most effective for the type of content, you know, for a lot of content, but it's still just so fun to play.
Aren't we locate Lucari? Like... Bye! Have a good time!
Is there anything left there? I think
I was
everything's
gonna say,
dead.
did anything spawn in? That's the question.
We bugged the map out.
Yeah. Oh. What a meme this ship is. Oh, you're overtaking me. No, Spencer!
What is your DPS at?
255.
I'm at 370 on my side.
Oh.
Distance, bro. Distance.
Yeah, I know, but... Spencer too OP.
I'm just spamming the keys, man. I'm not firing any
doing all
torpedoes because you're stealing all the damn CS.
Not me. Blame Atraz.
Eat your ass. Kigo, that's definitely possible. You know how this game is. It's... What is it, buggy? No.
What is left?
I don't know.
Like this, what is left? Oh, there's a battleship that's just like sitting there going, I'm here, guys. Alright, let's hit that, 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 and just go bada boom!
Imagine if I had Uncon on this build. How much more
Yeah.
agony spam I would have.
I don't have Uncon on this one.
That's the issue with our type of runs is we're so used to not having Uncon on our builds now. It's annoying to think of how we got to fit it back on for other content. 500 disco marks from that. Holy shit. 498 marks.
How the hell?
Kigo, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I answered your questions there. That was a fun one though. 323K on my side. How did we get... I know there's a bonus mark event active, but how did we get, you know, that many marks?
Oh no. Like it's good. I
Yeah,
didn't know it was
I'm
that
not
good.
gonna complain, but... Oh, so it was 432 marks plus 66 from bonus pool or something?
Yeah, I got a bonus pool running.
I got a bonus. I've always got bonus pools running. Builds are too
Oh,
conventional now. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible,
I,
Goss.
wait, is Goss over 1 million yet?
No, I don't think Goss has gone into any coordinated runs. Not many
Okay,
people
come on,
have,
Goss.
to be fair.
Alright, Goss, 1 million, come on. Chop chop. I did it in a channel run.
I don't know if Goss has a current torque boat set up.
Oh, and he's probably going to do it on an engineer, which then that's going to just ruin Spencer's immersion.
I'm tired of all these damn engineers coming in wanting to do deep, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy amount of marks. That's to hell with honor on elite. You go in with a good team, 5.5 minutes. That was pretty fast. Got to. You plan to skip straight to 3 million? That's the second time I've heard that in the past couple of days. You're on your phone. All good. Surgical strikes. I think I want to try surgical strikes out in a split run. I think it might be able to do fairly well because we use Agony console. The DPS uses it at the start group. Support uses it at the left. So really, the only part of the match you have to worry about AOE is the end. How long are you going to be awake, Nick?
Not long.
You should go get some sleep, dude.
I'm just going to save this Borg Juggy because it's glorious.
Save at the Borg Juggy. Oh, I know what I should do. Pull up the thing to modify someone's number on the table.
Goss, 3 mil. You know what? The stats on this aren't half bad. 50% crit chance and 211 severity.
Show screen. Show that again. Hi, Billy. How you doing? It's 50% crit chance, 211. I mean, that's not bad. At that point, Nick, I would be putting exploiters on. With you having TG and all that on.
Bada boom.
You've got all the premium traits, so grab some exploiters, man. Even my side was running a full set of exploiters. My fed side.
Yeah, this character didn't grab any. Look at this ship. Don't you think it's beautiful?
No, it's terrifying. Get off the screen.
Okay. Bye.
What? Bye. The Vorcha is just a fun ship. But I need to set up that legendary ambassador at some point.
Oh yeah. You know what you need to do? Fix your monitor situation.
Why? So I don't look over here to read chat?
Yes. Goss. I think it's Thoron, Bio, Molecular, Tricobalt from the colony, and Quantum from the colony.
I could probably just use my phone, couldn't I?
Or you could move your monitors.
Oh, it's giving me an ad? Come on. My own video is giving me an ad. For Candy Crush now? Get up.
I'm gonna have to set one of those up tomorrow. Hey Traz, that does look good.
Darthon, how you doing?
Right, Spence.
You
Enjoy.
gotta go. Thank you for hanging around there, Nicholas.
That was good fun. Now I'm gonna have to try this tomorrow.
Yep, I'm gonna move my phone over to the bottom right here so it's a little bit easier. I just need to remember to set it so that the screen can rotate.
Terrible.
Good,
Enjoy, Supreme Fleet Leader.
good night, Nicholas. So with regards to mines, you know, you have a lot of flexibility on them, to be honest, but I think we're back to a point where a lot of people are using the Thoron infused mines. A lot of people are using the EB or the biomolecular mines. Um, some people like to still run the quantums from the fleet colony. Some like to run the tricobalts. There's a lot of flexibility, and really, it's just run whatever the hell you want at this point, to be honest. Unfortunately, this phone screen is not text is not quite large enough. Is there a way for me to? Is there a way for me to only have the chat on my phone? Well, I'm looking through this app. Okay, for today, I'm just gonna have to keep looking over to the left here. Bring this over. So surgical strikes does better than beam overload. Yes, exactly, Billy. So cannon scatter volley, if you're looking to get the most DPS possible from an energy weapon build, the cannon scatter volley is still going to be the winner. But if you're doing anything else, then surgical strikes would win. Yeah, Lucari rep, beam, and dual cannon with surgical strikes should be quite nice. Goss, there's flexibility. You can do either damage or radius. Either's been working fine. Jose. Nope, there's no. So the only Romulan recruit event that they run is the Delta one, which we think will be the next event. We think, but I would say that's probably still at least 6 to 8 weeks out. I'm the opposite. Like if I go to my character screen here, sorry, Atria, I'll log out. If I go to the character screen here, most of my characters are actually on the KDF side. Just most of the stuff I have on my account is over on that side. Most of the DOF packs I open are on KDF. I have very few Federation characters. Um, Crusher, on my current DPS builds, which are fully min maxed, I am running the exploiters, the ones for crit severity. But yeah, Jose, I'd say if you want to wait for there to be a recruitment event for your Romulan, um, you know, just wait for the Delta one. But it's not that big if you already have Delta recruits. You'll get a few extra dilithium boxes from doing the story missions for the Romulan faction. Let's see here. Oh, so I know I talked about this earlier, earlier in the year. No, it was late last year. I had talked about the DPS channels, and you know, there's still very much the well. To be honest, number one, there's too many channels. Like the current lineup is 10K, 75K, uh, elites, prime. Like there's like 6 or 7 channels right now, and I I have been thinking about dropping things back down again. Darthon, I've actually dropped that console in recent times. I am not running the. I stopped running the Steam Runner console, the Tricobalt Terror Launcher. I have now dropped it on all of my builds. It is nice, but I found that I was having better starts in Infected without the console, so I dropped it. The characters, most of them are just for contraband farming or just turning in contraband missions. I don't actually play most of the characters. Like all of these numbered characters here, like at the bottom of this list, they just never get played. I haven't been on some of these characters in months, basically. But back to what I was saying with the DPS channels. I'm gonna, in the near future, like probably do a proper announcement video, but I'm going to make it easier to get into Prime again and Elites, and I'm thinking of ditching 75k. The issue with ditching a channel is when we got rid of 30k, we tried to like one by one kick people out, and in doing that, we caused the chat server for the entire game to go down for several hours. So it's unlikely I'm going to try to do that again for 75k. I don't think a merge of I don't think a merge between the numbers league and medals is going to happen. There's still two separate entities, but I think it's quite obvious that for the numbered channels, there needs to be a couple changes. Like, there are too many channels, and let me see if I can pull up something. Try to pull this up. So this is what I was thinking, and let me pull up what the current lineup is. Give me just a minute here. Like number one, the website we have for SCM, can you even consider this a website? It looks terrible what we currently have here. Like it's just a very basic HTML page with very little information on it. But it shows that the current lineup is fairly bloated. Like we have DPS Public, which nobody uses anymore, so that channel can effectively be retired. 10k sees some use. 75k I've seen a little bit of use, but I'm just thinking of merging that back into Elites. Elites doesn't see a ton of activity, and Prime, well, Prime is just too hard for people to get into. I made it hard. There were multiple entry methods, and when I made the change last year, I honestly thought that the high end part of the community was more active than it was. And as time has went on, quite clearly that is not true. Which is why you need today's sponsor, Squarespace. Terrible. Let me pull up something else. So for the website, I'm probably going to revamp it just a little bit. It's not going to have a ton of information on it, but I'm probably just going to follow the same the same layout we're using for STO builds, which is just a theme like this. Now we do have multiple options. The source for this theme does have several templates. Themes. There's several different options here. And we'll probably just do something like this for the new DPS website, and it's going to be really basic. But it's going to have this type of information, just more presentable. Waldo, 10k is too low, but if I tried to shut down, I simply cannot shut down DPS 10k without involving the actual game operators. If I try to do that on my own, I will crash that chat server for a while and probably cause some issues. The issue is with the channels in game here, I don't have the ability to just go in and like hit the leave or like hit the destroy button. Okay. The destroy button is only available to the owner, and the owner doesn't play. I'm stuck as an operator in the channel, and I'm basically the only one that's been active for the last few years. I mean, I know Sarcasm Detector has come back in the past year or so, but from a management of the channel's perspective, I've basically been at it alone now for the past couple of years. So I'm the only one doing invites and, just doing the maintenance for the channel still. So 10k is probably going to have to stay. 75k I would like to get rid of. The issue with 10K also is that the actual person that owns that channel has not logged into the game in probably 7 years. So I would like to be able to take it over if I could, but that's not an option. But 10K would probably just have to stay as is. Let me answer some questions here in chat. Yeah, as Atrias said, a free-to-play can easily do 10K. If you launch Hanger Pets and they do a little bit of damage in a match, they will do more than 10K. Jose, you're only using 2 fed. Let me move this forward so I'm looking forward. Tactical tune his main and create an engineer, which I'm working on to make him a mirror tune. Yeah, I say a lot of negative things about engineers, but they can do any content in this game quite well. There's so much power creep in this game, any class can do fairly well, so you'll enjoy it. Let me catch up on chat, then I'll get to that, Waldo. Billy, I'll get to that after this. So the new lineup that I'm looking at doing. So I want to get rid of DPS public. Type that in here. Because I can't do any maintenance to it. I can't invite new people to it, for that as operators. The same issue applies to 10K, but 10K is simply too big for me to do anything with. For the new ground channels, I'm looking at retiring both ground 200 and 800 and merging them into basically just a DPS numbers ground that will be based on doing 1K and Lucari or Bug Hunt. Elites will be knocked back down to 150K, and basically it'll sit between where current elites is and 75K. So basically it's just merging those two into one. 75K would be retired because at this point, and this may sound a little elitist, but the people that are motivated to getting into elite content, with the amount of power creep now available, I feel like if someone is using the external resources available to them, like the builds Discord, the subreddit, any variety of YouTube videos out there, achieving 150K in those queues is going to be quite doable. So I think getting rid of 75K at this point, with the amount of activity it has, or the lack of activity, is probably just a better move to clear up a channel slot for everyone. Wizard, DPS, Bronze, Silver, and Gold are from the other league. They broke off from this league a few years back. And for DPS Prime, the entry methods will be much simpler than they currently are. I'm looking at just having it be a flat 600K in ISA, ISE, or HSE. So right now, there's very few people that can actually get into Prime, and this is going to massively expand the amount of people. And this would retire 4 channels and add 1, so basically clearing up 3 channels. And with the amount of activity we see in the game nowadays, I don't think that's that big of a loss, losing those channels and merging them around like that. Okay, let me catch up on chat now. The dill from... So Billy, I think that's just all of the new content that was coming out. Like, people were excited for the Jem'Hadar Captain Pack. People are excited at the Legendary Vesta. People just know that there's now things that they want to get in the future, and that they need to have their dilithium posted ahead of time. So I think a bunch of people that had a ton of dilithium just dumped it all on at once, and it just really built up and has now given us like a 3-week delay to sell our dilithium. Yeah, engineers are great for ground. They are some of the top. In fact, they are the top in some queues on some of the tables. And yeah, they are great for any of the shield or heal endeavors. Yeah. In space, the captain abilities are niche. or useless, yes. Yeah, and the California class is coming out on May 10th, so lots of things people want that they know are coming out soon that they need to grind for and get their dilithium converted for. And thank you for watching, Jose. I'm glad to hear that the videos have helped you. So other than the channels being changed, one of the other changes I want to make, and we tried via a more private means to bring more people into the high-end DPS scene a couple months back. We tried to give some people information on how to do supported runs, some groups that we thought would maybe put things together and start doing them themselves. That did not work out. So what I'm going to do with the DPS channels is have it in a bit more of a public setting to try and help get people involved in the higher end environments where there is like that Trinity playstyle, where there are dedicated support players, dedicated tanks, dedicated DPS, stuff like that. With Prime, I'm going to have more of a focus on that, and I'm going to be reorganizing the Discord in the coming week probably to try and make it easier for people to get into that. Just having more organized events on there, having information on how to do these types of supported runs, things like that. So that's going to be the big change for Prime, but I'm still working out some of the details for that. Documents from the 1000, how you doing? Yeah, engineers definitely have a bit more of a tanky presence, I would say. When you get into really high-end content with a min-max build, the difference isn't really noticeable. But for just going through most content, that is nice clickies to have. So yeah, recap, basically just trimming down the DPS channels in the near future. I'd like to get rid of 10K, but there's too many people in it, and if I get rid of that, there's a lot of people that probably just wouldn't rejoin any new channel. So ground channels will be merged into one brand new one under my ownership. Elites will be moved down, and 75K will be moved into it. Prime will be significantly easier to get into compared to the 19 methods currently there is to get into it. It feels like, and Prime's gonna have a focus on helping people get into that supported environment, trying to connect people together to do that. So that's what I've been up to recently. Steven, how you doing? Yes, happy Easter, everyone. Yes, Waldo. 75K will be deleted and merged into elites, which will be knocked down to 150K. Jose, being in a fleet doesn't really. There's a lot of very casual fleets that don't really require much active engagement from you. There's a lot of benefits to being in a fleet, though, so I would highly recommend that you find a well-built fleet that has low, promotion requirements, and just take advantage of it, because being in a fully built-out fleet, if they're in an armada, you're going to be getting an experience boost of some sort. This dilithium discount is for the fleets, it's not for you, but the experience boost is for you. There's lots of other perks, there's lots of items that you can only get from fleet stores. Being in a fleet can get you 15% off items in the dilithium store. There's lots of nice bonuses to being in a fleet, and I would just say find one that doesn't have really strict requirements. Aries, how you doing? Yeah, I know we talked about doing a supported run in the past too, and with Prime too, we want to make that all easier for everyone to really get into, because I know there are people out there that want to set up like supports. They want to support rather than just DPSing, and I want to make Prime the new hotspot for people in the community that want to get into that type of stuff to be able to get into it. If someone really likes tanking, or if they really like, doing support builds, debuffing, controlling, then I want Prime to be a place where they can go and, learn how to set those builds up, really take advantage of them, and help people, just keep pushing higher number wise. Hold on, I'm gonna step away for just a second. Be right back. Okay. Good to hear, Aries. Darthon, let me read your message here. Yeah, and that's been an issue with the really high end environment is most of the groups eventually fall apart or people get burnt out and then there's not enough people to keep the groups running. So almost every group that I've been with in the past year has run into these types of issues, and I just want to create something that is more public and has enough people in it that if someone gets burnt out, not screwed. Steven, I have had a chance, yes, to try out the legendary gem ship, and it's really good. I think it's a fun ship to fly. I liked the previous versions of the bug ship, so I think it's a nice improvement, and it was well worth the $45, especially with the trait. Goss, thanks for stopping by. Take care, man. You go plan out your next real casual stream. I gotta find new items to mail you. Steven, that depends on what your well, I guess if you're doing cannons, cannon scatter volley, cannon rapid fire, it's really good. You can't do surgical strikes on it though, really. But if you're doing scatter volley or rapid fire, it'll work really well. Peter, how you doing? But like I was messing around with this build with surgical strikes earlier today. This was before the stream that I'd done some runs with it, and with Vanguard Specialists, surgical strikes was slamming quite well. Like surgical strikes 3, I think is going to end up being the only one worth slotting. So surgical strikes is gonna be limited to ships with a full commander intel, but I think it's gonna perform very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think ships are definitely the best thing to get in the C store. Keys, I mean, keys are nice, but let's be honest, they completely screw you over with the drop rate. And I say this as somebody that has opened a lot of lock boxes. The drop rate is horrendous, and the pity system doesn't even kick in until you open at least $300 worth of lock boxes or promo packs. So, um, nice, Billy. Yeah, it's a fun ship to fly, I have to say. Like the new legendary bug ship is very fun to fly. Oh, I don't have display capture on. That would probably help. Uh, Darthon, reroute weapons and exceed rated limits. I think that as is, they still suck compared to Beam Overload, and I think that's probably what the testing is going to point out. I would say, with regards to what you're proposing there, that's how they initially worked. At least that's how reroute reserves to weapons initially worked on the triple test server. You see, there was a time where they actually let players test things on the triple test server before they released it to live. And from what I understand, reroute reserves to weapons was one such thing that they let players test over there. And when it was initially over there, it would work alongside other weapon types. And then Cryptic made a change that disallowed it being used alongside, say, beam overload, rapid fire, whatever. So I think if there were enough feedback out there, if people were saying, hey, this really needs this change, and they gave constructive criticism, they had the numbers to back up just how much the abilities suck as is, that maybe something would change. But yeah, I completely agree. Like, reroute reserves to weapons and exceed rated limits should work alongside other firing modes. They should not be you hit them and you don't get to hit anything else. So I completely agree with that. I think that's what's needed to make them good because as is, I just don't think they're that good, even with the new trait. And if I recall, exceed rated limits, doesn't that even like it does electrical damage to you? Like you're taking damage from using it, so I would like to see those changed, but who knows with Cryptic. That is always the thing with them. It's sometimes they can be very slow to change things, or they may simply just not change it at all. If so, there's 2 Valdwar jugs up on the exchange right now. Oh. So you take damage and it saps all your subsystem power? Okay. So, yeah, that is... that's not something I would probably end up using. Who wants to do an infected? I'll bring in this surgical strikes build. I think we're off cooldown. I apparently have messages on Discord. Let me check. Terrible. Got you, Darthon. Okay, I'll start forming us up. Who wants to join for this? So we have a tank. Crusher, you want to join? Get everyone in here. Go grab your surgical strike Skylex. Okay. I don't have you on my friends list, so I find you here. We have room for one more. Who wants to join? Guy Fox, you want to join here, or so favorite is going to depend on how serious the build is. Like, I think overall for me personally, the most fun rep set that I have for like shield engine deflector is probably the Borg 3-piece from back in the day. It's also a little bit of nostalgia from how much of a pain it was to grind the first set. Being it used to, back in the day, you did not get them through the rep system. The rep system didn't exist. You would play the queue, and there would be a small chance that you would get an item to get the engine. So, the Borg set, it was hard for me to get initially, and it's just nostalgic. And I do like how the visual looks on some ships. We have room for one more. Does anybody else want to join for an infected elite? We have a tank. Oh. Okay, we're filled up. You see, I don't have the Revo set. I have heard things indicating it might come to the Mud store soon, and I just hope that those are true. I hope those rumors are true because I very much want that set. I missed out on that event because I took about a year and a half off from the game after the Foundry was killed. To be honest with you, when they killed the Foundry, I felt like it was a downturn from the game, and I was sort of pissed off because it had things in it that I enjoyed. I didn't really do the story stuff that much, but I did enjoy, like the DPS test maps that we had set up in there. Is everyone good to go here? I agree, Matt. I also would like to see them, if you remember the Tal Shiara core, I would like to see that at like made usable on any ship. Okay, I'm just going to take us in then. Yeah, I like the Borg set. It's not even that bad, It's just not as good as the newer stuff, but it gets the job done.
The situation is grim.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite
Atreus, you got the console before me. Too slow. Stay and do some cleanup over here. Okay, Triaz, just remember to not go and upload this. Good round. Just remember to not upload that Atreus, because multiple of us hit Agony on that first cube and it's still broken.
sensors confirm that the transport.
Yeah, the Revo set, I'm really sad that I missed out on that. $405K. That was terrible for me. Okay, how much did that agony get you at the start? So I saw 10 million, and I know you're not in the torpo right now, so I know what that means. Let's take a look here. I mean, it was still a good run for you. So without that agony hit, you would have been at about 900K. But because there's the 2 agony hits there, that causes the console to bug out, so you had massive overkill on the start, so that wouldn't count as a valid upload. RIP. But nice max one. But yeah, 900k had that not happen, so that was a really good run for you. Nice, Stefan. Thank you for watching. And it's nice to have the webcam now too to let people see just how disappointed I am whenever there's an engineer around. It's an engineer. Keep that thing away from me. Sorry, Atreus. What do we want to do next? Want to try Corfez? Everyone here down for a Corfez? Just gonna make sure I've got myself a graviton on, give me a little bit of control. Okay. I'll pop us into Corfez. Let's see how it goes. So they have, I believe they have now fixed the, when they changed recursive shearing the other day, it looks like it did actually resolve some of the issues that were there, in that if you activated recursive alongside agony, it would just instantly kill everything around you. Now it looks like that only happens if two people stack agony on the same target at the same time, so long as you avoid that in a run, it should be fine. I just think you want me to give you a judgment face. That's, I can't really do a disappointed face. Sorry. I need to be in combat and look over and see an engineer to be disappointed. Oh, you're on Alex? No problem. Accept that and you should be in. Maybe beam up to, just beam up and it should bring you in. Got it. Chrono, like, for most of this, just, I don't know. The maps are all spread apart. Oh, I failed right there. You need Nick back in here for me to give a proper disappointed face. Like, I need to see Nick REA himself, like, in a match or something, and then you'll get the proper reaction. Oh, shit. I would say, Chrono, just sit in the middle here. I'm gonna go far left. We gotta split up on this one, where this is like the worst one for us to possibly get. Just stay on this middle group, and I'll go to the far left one. Someone go far right. HRS, you want to go over there? Why do I play like Nick? Wow. It's because Nick... Oh, Nick will love this one. It's because Nick learned from me. So it's not that I fly like Nick, it's that Nick flies like me. There we go. I taught him how to REA himself. Yes. Definitely. He's the mini me, yeah. My surgical strikes misfire? No, it's there. This is where having Protomatter on would probably be really helpful. Or just, you know, being in a better build. Surgical Strikes is fun, don't get me wrong, but if you're wanting to do serious DPS with energy weapons, it is Cannon Scatter Volley. Of course, it would nuke me right after I popped all my buffs. Why would I expect anything different here? No, nothing beats SROs, really. I do like the Infiltrator Bridge Officers after SROs, but only Romulans can use those. That's the issue with those. But the Infiltrators let you extend the duration of the Cloak Ambush. So, like on my Romulan here, if I take advantage of that, I get the Cloak Ambush for 27.5 seconds. The issue is, the Cloak Ambush is hard to actually use in content. You just gotta cloak up every now and then for a couple seconds, and
25%.
it can be a pain. Jose, no problem, man. Bridger, I will DM that to you on Discord. It's by Fleffel. It's his sortable ship filter list. You can Google that, or I can send you the link here in a few minutes. The Kantari bridge officers are fine. It's just, if I recall, the damage on them, the damage boost from them wasn't that significant. I don't really remember off the top of my head. Oh, that's a terrifying thought, Wizard Girl. That's terrifying. Oh, I agree. Like, the Adamant with Surgical Strikes would be really fun. I'm probably going to try a Surgical Strikes build out in a split run at some point. I wanted to last night, but just didn't get around to it. Yeah, we're doing good though. We only lost one on first phase, so we just need one ship to get through and we complete this phase, so we're doing really good. Yeah, Nauskins are definitely pretty good. So even if you're on PC, you could probably get an invite to a fleet map to grab those. I'm dying a few times here. It's just this build I'm in is not working out as well as I'd hoped. It might work in a split run, but the split runs are a very different environment. The best way to put that. Yeah, skills. Cannon scatter volley is still the way to go. And I mean, to be fair, cannon scatter volley can do fairly well. Like, both MB and I have both had runs with the EBM on the build also, where we just about broke 2 million in Infected Space Elite in coordinated, heavily supported runs, that is. I'm certain if I took one into a split run now and the split run went well, things that need to happen were done. 2 mil would happen, but those types of runs aren't always the easiest to organize. I guess, yeah, after SROs, you've got the Vanguards. If you're Romulan, you've got the Remans that have Infiltrator if you want to buff the Cloak Ambush. Which I am not even close to taking advantage of in this so far. I think I've cloaked like 2 or 3 times. I'll catch up on chat after this run, or if I die again. Anyone remember the time where you had to take your Scimitarian at the start of an infected run and you poke right as the tech cube was about to blow up? This was before A Good Day to Die was out, so in order to go down fighting to go, you would have to be under 50% HP. That was a fun time. Yeah, before season 13, yeah. A different time for sure. Like, we're at the point now with power creep, and these, you know, we're not even like fully min-max tort builds in here, and we're just destroying the content. Like, I would love to see them bump the level up again, increase the difficulty of enemies in here, but I don't think they want to make things harder. Elite plus difficulty? Yeah, I mean, but the issue is barely anyone plays Elite. Like that is the biggest issue right now with the game. Or one of the biggest is the fact that there's no incentive to even play, some of the content. Like, what reason is there to play Elite? None. There's no rewards to justify the increased cost of builds for it. How much harder it is. There's nothing that warrants what it costs to get into it. Yeah, Valken. Yeah, he went down in flames there near the end, if I recall. I know I'm really far behind on chat. I'll get caught up after this match. I completely forgot the RB was even on this build and haven't been hitting it for most of this match. It was good. The Benthan phase always adds a bit of time to Corfez, but Corfez is nice. It can be challenging. Okay, let me get caught up on chat here. Thank you to everyone that came through on that run. Yeah, I definitely did not do the best of DPS there. 115 from my point of view. Let me get caught back up here, so I know I missed a few. Yeah, so skills if you're here, the surgical strikes beats fire at will and everything but scatter volley, basically, it looks like. But yeah, scatter volley still just wins out, which isn't surprising. Scatter volley is really powerful. It just has a higher skill requirement, so not many people end up using it. Okay, we talked about the bridge officers a little bit. Plasmonic Leech was king, yes. That was a very, very long time ago. The issue with the Legendary Ambassador, while it does have access to Surgical Strikes 3 and Recursive Shearing, your only options on it are a dual beam bank setup with like turrets aft or beam arrays, really. You can't put dual heavy cannons on it, which does limit it, a little bit. But I think it would perform well if someone wanted to use that. It's the only ship that can do Surgical Strikes 3 and Recursive Shearing 1. It'll work well for that if someone wants to try it, but it's unfortunately the limitations, it being a 4/4, and it not being able to slot cannons does hurt it. Yeah, give us an exclusive ship from Elite content. Yeah, that'd be nice. The random Elite TFO, I don't know how random Elite TFOs would go, to be honest with you, and I don't want to sound elitist about it, but the harsh reality is that most players in this game not do very good DPS. Most of the players in this game are going to perform worse than the hanger pets you have on your ship, and it's simply because the game doesn't explain anything to people. The default builds on ships are not good. The game just poorly explains things. A raid type TFO would be nice. My concern would be the entity cap limit, which if you go in on a mine boat into, say, Hive and you start spamming mines or Kittimer, you hit that entity cap. The same issue happens with a lot of hanger pets in the map, so that would be my concern there. Morning, Ray. Yeah, the big gamma pack is nice for those Vanguard bridge officers, but yeah, they're not the easiest to acquire. Yeah, I had heard about that Atrias, but that runs into the same issue as, that's only one cannon you can put on there, so you still are stuck with 3 dual beam banks at best. Yeah. Elite TFOs definitely start to benefit from, the different roles out there. Like, having a tank in a run or a really good control player, that will significantly help you out. And, the current way the game is implemented, everyone just wants to do damage. And that is something that we as players, we can do things to try and say, hey, here's how you build a tank. And maybe some people will do it, but unless the content gives incentives to build that type of build, most people are just going to stick with damage because that is what is universally the most, the most needed, the most effective. Yeah, you could definitely have some sort of DPS threshold to get in. Um, you can't do gear score because there are people out there that copy the really nice builds they see on YouTube videos or somewhere else online. I have seen people copy a build that I've posted, Augie's posted, or someone else, and they do. We may get like 500 or whatever K from the build. This person takes it in, they're not getting 50K, and that's ultimately down to the build only being a part of what makes a ship hit hard. The pilot and team have massive impacts. If you're somebody, you copy a build and you're not hitting bridge officer abilities in a match, or you're not putting your ship in the optimal positions to hit as many targets as possible, you're not going to hit anywhere near the number as the person that you got the build from. Control builds, yes. And that's what I want to do with the new Prime. So I don't have a way. This is one limitation with the stuff I was talking about earlier for the DPS channels. I don't have a way to actually change SCM's invite methods within the server side stuff as far as I can tell. So in order to get invites to the new channels with the lineups I'm doing, I'm going to have to set up an SQL script to give me a list of, I'll have to run a query and just have it give me a list of players over X DPS number, and I'll just have to invite the entire list each time. So I'll have to spend a little bit of time, figure out the proper queries for that. But once I get that done, that should hopefully make that process a bit easier. And as I was talking about earlier, I want Prime to be a place where people, really get into those different roles of builds. I want to redo the DPS Discord a bit because the thing is dead, as is. The DPS Discord's been dead since the day I made it, but I want to just have it refocused so people that want to actually get into those really team focused runs that want to take on the different roles, they have a place to do it. Yeah. So that's going to be my project for this week. I've talked about this before. Let me pop it up. So the other thing is the builds Discord. The builds Discord, it's nice, okay? It has gotten a lot of people a lot of information. The issue is this right here. Okay, we have 1,700, almost 1,800 people in this Discord. And look at how many people select these various roles, okay? I understand not everyone's going to select a role and things like that, but this, there's a lot of people that come in here, they don't understand that they need to select a role, and they're not getting access to the information that would help them. So what I want to do is remove these roles. I'm going to remove if you look at like the Torp builds area, you see there's Torp guides. The guides are just going to end up being pinned in the Torp discussion channel. The curated Torp builds channel is getting nuked. It's going to get nuked, and eventually it's going to be exported over to the STO builds website, which is still under development. But we're going to get the curated builds ported over there at some point in the future. Nuke these curated channels, move the guides channels into just a pinned comment into the discussion ones. and make them all visible to everyone. I know that might make some people irritated that they have to, mute all the channels, but you can mute a server just by going and right clicking on it and being like, okay, I want to just, say at this server, I want to mute it until I turn it back on. You just right click it at the left and mute it if you don't want to see messages from it. So probably just going to force everyone to see all the channels, make it a bit easier to get the information they want to get. Still have the categories for each build type, but remove the curated and the guides channels, and hopefully that makes it easier for people. That forces people to see more information at least. Brave, that's what I was just talking about. So Prime is going to be lowered and simplified to just being a flat 600K in ISA, ISE, or HSE. Now, I haven't made this change official yet, so if there's feedback that maybe I should lower it just a smidge more to like 500K, I'm not opposed to it. I want to make sure that Prime has more people in it and that it's able to achieve the goal of focus on getting people into more coordinated team runs. That's really one of the big goals with it. Because as is, there were 3 groups. Am I wearing Bear Dynamics? Yes, 1990 pros. Was I saying? As is, there was 3 groups setting records at a high level on the tables for Infected Space Elite. I pull that up. I'll catch up on chat here in a minute. But basically, there were 3 groups that were doing high-end runs. You've got B Team, which is the group I've been running with. Hansi's group, which was the Weekend Warriors. And you had the group that Tenor was going in with, which was DPS Fanatics. Now, the issue is that with any of these groups, they slowly die out over time, burnout happens, things like that. And I think every group is feeling that in some regard right now. Is there's definitely a little bit of burnout, things like that. And that's just what happens when you only have a couple of people and you spam runs for several months. So by having a more public setting with DPS Prime in the Discord, I just want to encourage people to get into the Discord more. Use voice chat, coordinate for runs, and just have a place where people can go in, and if someone really likes tanking, they can have a place where, hey, this type of play style, people really like having me around. If they like to support and they haven't had a way to understand how to support in this game, now they've got a way. That's what I want to do. The 990s, I have never used the 990s, but yeah, they should be pretty nice. Atrias, thanks for stopping by, man. Hoodwinked, how you doing? They are just grinding something up and letting you do the work, yes. The pugs don't care. Some pugs will care if you're doing 600K in a channel or in a pug run, but there's going to be others that are like, I'm glad this thing took a minute and a half and I just got the marks. Hell yeah. Some people will be very happy to have the queue completed fast so they get the reward. Others, will be frustrated. Steven, yeah, if we had more things to do at endgame, burnout wouldn't be as big of a deal, but there is nothing to really do at endgame for most people, so we have to create our own endgame. When the Foundry was around, that was better, but the Foundry is, well, as you know, not currently around. So I am going to wrap this up because I have some stuff to go deal with in just under an hour. So if anyone has any final questions or comments, feel free to drop them in. Bridger, let me get you that spreadsheet from Fleffel. In fact, I'll drop this link in chat for everyone. So this is the original. So this spreadsheet, you guys see me use this all the time on some of my videos now. This is just a really nice ship comparison spreadsheet. You go to the link, you hit file, make a copy, and then you can do whatever comparisons you want. So if I want to compare, say, let's do Vengeance, or I guess the actual name is Kelvin, Vengeance until Dread. I want to compare that to the legendary Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser. I've just typed those in under the compare tab. So I'll drop this link in chat for anyone that wants that. I'll send that to you privately on Discord, Bridger, in case you don't see that. There you go. Yeah, the gem ship is worth it, I think. The trade is worth grabbing. If you want to mess around with surgical strikes, it's very much worth it. But I think the ship is fun to fly, and I think the trait definitely is worth the money. Yeah, it can be bad for endeavors. That's definitely true and something that should be considered. But I would say with regards to that, I would say make a private queue. But I know a lot of people don't know how to make a private queue. That's not really explained well. Yeah, the Foundry was nice. There was definitely some nice content in there, and I liked I liked the DPS testing maps I made. They were actually challenging at the time. Steven, if there was content that all required all 3 classes, that would be nice. Yeah, Arthon, thanks. And I hope that the Prime changes, I hope that they do help. I hope that we end up seeing that by introducing people to that higher end environment, by showing them, hey, you want to do a support build, you want to do a tank build, well, here's how you play it, and here's a group where if you want to get more involved and run with like-minded people that want to take advantage of those builds, then there you go. I had tried it privately with B Team, had tried it privately with some other groups a couple months back, and it didn't work out. But I hope that in a more public setting, it will get more people engaged. Oh, there's messed up a bit here. No problem, Bridger. Spike, you're catching me right at the end of this stream. Been going for about 3 hours, so I got some stuff I have to run out and do here in about 45. No problem, Matt Skills, and thanks for watching. So I'm gonna end things here. And once again, thank you to all the members. Don't have Darcy on the list here, so Darcy, thank you. And all the other channel members, once again, thank you for everything you guys have done. Yeah, there's always the VOD. Exactly, Spike. And there's no music on this one. I didn't do the Rocket event, so I'm not going to get a copyright strike. So hopefully next Saturday I won't be asleep the entire day, and I'll be able to stream in the afternoon. But yeah, thanks to everyone that stopped by today. That is going to be it. I'm going to have a video out tomorrow regarding, at a minimum, Surgical Strike's first beam overload. I might have to split the videos up throughout the week for the rest of the firing modes, but I want to get that comparison out for beam overload versus Surgical Strike's first cannon rapid fire tomorrow. So thanks for stopping by, all. That's it for today. See you guys around.